Hey guys, what's going on? Hunter here from VW World. Well, we got a fun one today. I get asked this a lot. What's the biggest differences between the GTI and the Golf R? Two similar cars, but a few changes between them. Most people know that the Golf R is more performance-based than the GTI. But let's take an inside look at some of the differences between these two and what sets them apart. Of course, on the exterior here, they look very similar. And if it wasn't for those badges in the back, the GTI and Golf R, and then on the front, most people couldn't tell them apart. But let's take a look at some of the smaller differences that we do see back here. So first off, get lower here. And of course, the Golf R does use the quad or the 4 exhaust tips in the back, whereas the GTI just uses the 2. You look even closer, and between the two here, it is designed differently on that lower part of the bumper between the two. And on the Golf R, you'll notice it is painted a gloss black, whereas on the GTI, it is plastic, whereas you'll find that on the front as well. Stepping back here, what you often don't see, or what people don't know between these two, is if you look at the tires, the Golf R does use a wider tire than the GTI at 235 on the Golf R, whereas it's at 225 on the GTI. So of course, under the hood, we know that the GTI has a 228 horse 2.0 motor, whereas the Golf R also uses a 2-liter, but it's 288 horsepower for a 2019 and 280 foot-pounds of torque, where that margin is even smaller with the GTI coming in at 258 foot-pounds of torque. Let's move along here to the side, and we'll notice that the Golf R has no sunroof. Yes, that is for weight savings. Whereas on this SE, we do see a sunroof. So being more track focused, they wanted to make this thing as light as possible. And the Golf R, in that sense, does have all-wheel drive, where the GTI is just front-wheel drive. Moving along the side here, let's get a little bit lower, and we'll see that the Golf R on this one has the Pretorias on it. This one has the Dallas wheels or the 45N wheels, although you can get the Pretorias on the GTI, but that's not what really sets them apart. You look closer and we'll see the big R stamped on the caliper there, where we have the GTI stamped on the inside of that one. I know that's a hard thing to see, but often from the side, that's how you can tell the GTI, by seeing those red brake calipers in there. Interesting fact, another thing a lot of people don't know between these is that the Golf R has a bigger gas tank. You'd think it'd be smaller for weight saving, but of course, since it gets worse gas mileage, being all-wheel drive, it needs that bigger tank, where the Golf R uses a 14.5 gallon tank, where the GTI uses a 13.2. Speaking of gas mileage, the Golf R gets 23. Well, let's speak in automatic terms. The Golf R gets 23 in the city and 30 on the highway, where the GTI gets 25 in the city and 31 on the highway. Still, speaking of gas, the GTI can just run on regular fuel, although all the specs that they have on the car are based on premium standards, where the Golf R does recommend premium as being the only fuel put in the car. The overall weight is not that big a difference either, with the GTI in the manual version being 3,186 pounds, whereas the Golf R with the manual is 3,300 pounds. So we're only talking a matter of 114 pounds on the manuals, and when you look at the DSGs or automatics, they're 117 pound difference between the weights. Take a step back here so you can just see how similar these cars really are. But if you guys have any questions on these cars, feel free to comment below. But now let's move to the front. Of course, we always see the iconic red GTI line there that goes from the headlights to the front grille to that honeycomb grille, and then the GTI. Whereas on the Golf R, no red line, same headlight design though. You look closely, it's just black, and that goes into the grille that is not a honeycomb grille. And the same goes for the lower part of the front bumper there, where you'll find the honeycomb. Then moving in closer, you'll see the same thing goes for the front as it does the back. You'll find the paint or the plastic here, and it's all painted on the Golf R. So take that as you will, but definitely two great cars, both slightly different, but overall can't complain about either one. But there you have it, guys. There are just a few small differences between the Golf R and the GTI. Make sure you guys smash the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll make sure to keep bringing more Volkswagen videos out to you guys. Thanks, guys.